Working at the local Greasy Spoon diner doesn't pay the best, obviously, so finding a roommate was my only recourse to be able to afford an apartment. Now, my roommate is always bringing some dropout into our apartment for late-night study sessions. My sleep schedule is wrecked, and to top it off, the rent is late. I've heard that once if you become a roommate with a friend, you won't stay friends for long. In my case, my friendship is strained with my friend making excuses for why they need me to cover their half of the rent. Thanks to that deadbeat, I'm working harder just to scrape by every month. Picking up a second job will drive me to an early grave at this point. The park gives me a chance to have some much-needed alone time. This part of the park in particular is my favorite because it's untouched by obnoxious family members and college jerks. The only people who come here are the groundskeepers. Even they only come by in the morning. Closing my eyes, I rub my face and breathe out the tension from my body so that I could enjoy the peace and quiet. Just then, I feel someone sit down beside me. Startled, I turn to face the interloper.
Whoa, hey, take it easy, it's just me.
The stranger says, trying to keep me from leaping too high off the park bench.
You're a jumpy one, aren't you?
Scooting awkwardly towards me, a shy smile creeps over his face. I keep my eyes on him like a hawk, unsure what his intentions are. Not once do his...
So, are you waiting for a family member? Or a friend? This just seems kind of odd to see you sitting alone like this. And so far away from the jogging track.
Chill runs down my spine. I cross my arms over my chest and slide myself away from him, perching closer to the edge of the bench. Does a sane person walk up to you out of the blue and start asking such questions? The stranger picks up on my unease, refraining from moving any closer towards me, crossing his fingers in between his legs.
I mean, you don't look like a groundskeeper. Or one of those old people feeding pigeons after doing Tai Chi.
I'm just getting some alone time to myself. Things have been, pretty intense lately. It's like he wants to wrap his arms around me. Can I have the pleasure? Never mind. He's weird. I can't tell if it's just him being socially awkward or eccentric. What? Why is he interested in me, of all people? What? My boyfriend? Why would he be assuming we were in a relationship? The stranger sits patiently, waiting for my answer. Discomforting silence grows. Unsure and confused by the situation, I can't find the words. It's just so sudden. Taking the hint, he removes his hand from...
Hey, I get if you don't want me to be your boyfriend. I just...
If he's guilt-tripping me, he's doing a terrible job. Well, it's just that I don't even know you.
I suppose I'd be weirded out too, if some stranger came up to me and asked me out on a date. Flattered, but a little uneasy.
So... he's taking my rejection well, not throwing a fit or making a scene. The stranger's almost understanding of my thoughts.
I'd better get going. It was nice talking to you, though.
Giving a smile and a sad wave before walking away, he leaves me alone on the bench. I watch him walk off, feeling sort of terrible for how things ended the way they did. Maybe I'll apologize to him if I ever see him again. I stay in the park a little while longer. I don't know if I should go after him or just shake it off and enjoy the rest of my afternoon. I wander around the city a little bit more, visiting places I normally wouldn't. I still can't get that man out of my head. It's baffling. On one hand, I'm glad he didn't keep harassing me about going out with him. At the same time, I wish he'd stayed around for a little bit and just talked to me like a normal person. That could just be my loneliness talking. I come across a local florist shop I remember passing on a few of my downtown walks. I've been meaning to stop in and pick up some flowers for the apartment, but could never seem to find the time. Well, I have the time now, so why not? Stepping into the shop, I am hit with the fragrant combined scent of the various flowers inside. I wander past the colorful displays of flower arrangements, potted plants, and small gift bags of potpourri. I had a particular purchase in mind. I catch the scent of roses from a rustic wooden shelf display. Being mindful that some still had their thorns, I reach out to pick one up. A hand brushes against mine. I snatch my hand away, catching a glance at the other person. The man from the park beams at me before pulling the rose out.
I didn't know you shopped here too.
I don't! The stranger places a finger over his lips.
Shh. It's a small shop. There's no need to raise your voice.
His comment rubs me the wrong way, but I try to compose myself. Did you follow me here? Is this a pure coincidence, or should I be worried?
What? Of course not.
He looks a little hurt by my accusation.
I come here almost every day, you know?
That's a relief. He fumbles around with the rose in his hand, eyes focused squarely on the ground.
I love flowers. This little shop is the only one nearby. So I come here a lot to see what new bouquets they have made and if they have any on sale. I will admit that sometimes I do get a glimpse of you through the windows of the diner that you work at. I've been meaning to walk in and finally say hi, but I lose my nerves and stay out.
Maybe I am overreacting? I guess that's understandable. It's difficult for me to notice people when I'm walking the same path almost every day like a mindless robot. I guess that I can't really blame him for my lack of awareness. Look, I have to get going. He steps closer as if mustering up the nerve to ask me something.
I know you have no interest in me, and I get that. But can I at least see you again? Not on a date or anything.
Why? I don't even know your name.
My name? It's a joke, really. I much prefer if you made a nickname for me.
The smile on his face fades into a slight grimace.
I really don't like my name. Honestly. I prefer to be called something else, like a nickname or something.
He must have a really horrible name or really horrible parents that he wants to dissociate with. Taking a moment, I figure there's no real harm in making a nickname for him. After all, it would be easier for me to remember. Well, how about... Ikuto? He seemed pleased with what I came up with, despite how silly or tacky it might have been.
Yeah, that's much better, honestly. Thank you.
I see that the sun is getting low in the sky. Well, it's getting dark. I'd better get going home. It was nice to meet you, Ikuto. I turn to leave the shop. Ikuto calls out to me. I turn to see him smiling sheepishly.
Can I at least walk you home?
He tries to keep a cool composure as I accept his offer, but I can see in his eyes that he's struggling not to bounce all over the walls. I know he has a thing for me, but isn't he pushing it? I know he has a thing for me, but he isn't pushing it and is respecting my decision to not date. Ikuto glances at the rose that was still in his hands, holding it out to me. I accept it without thinking. Thanks, you don't have to, though. He smiles and walks me to the cashier. He pulls out his wallet and thumbs through some dollar bills while the florist wraps the rose and places it in a start-white box. After the purchase, he hands the box to me.
Shall we get going?
Yeah, let's. We leave the store and, together, walk to my apartment. The walk is surprisingly nice as the two of us go back and forth in conversation. Ikuto, surprisingly, did most of the talking.